Oh, God. Oh, Jesus Christ. Are we back? Good Lord, we are back. We are back to this exquisite thing. I'm watching this thing right now on Hulu, Netflix, The Last Man, and it's pretty good. It is pretty good. Yeah, it is. It's really good. So I'm just here chatting again. Don't put your fingers in your butt. You know what I mean? You can't go around putting your fingers in your butt, can you? Don't go around putting things in your butt. This is not a communion. This is not it's not a village, you know? You can't go around. I used to believe that. I used to believe you couldn't go around putting things in your butt. I didn't think it was possible. And I have in my time seen people put things in their butt that are, things that, I remember, make a long story short and a long story short and a short story long. To make a long story short and a short story long. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. I remember I saw somebody get fisted. I didn't really know what I was looking at. Of course, it was a white person. A white man. And I was like, what? And I still don't understand how you can get aroused by that. Listen, to each his own. Whatever you like, you like. I'm not here to judge you. But I am here to ask questions. And then I wonder if you've put in fist and hands and arms. I saw somebody put half of his body in her ass. I know. Not really. No, but he put his whole arm in somebody's ass, and I remember just thinking, okay, those walls must be loose. If you're putting whole arms in somebody's ass, then you can't take dick, can you? Because it's like, that means your walls are loose. That means they're open. They're spread. And I just sat there. And my first thought was like, those some nasty ass white boys. That was my first thought. Them some strange motherfuckers. And then I didn't get aroused. Not one point did I even change my mind and go, ooh, that's no. I just, to each his own. I am not here making judgment. I just didn't understand where the arousal come from. But I realized it wasn't meant for me to understand. So, and I've actually seen it done a couple of times. What does it say about me that I actually was in a room when somebody was being fisted? I'm like, wow. Put a whole new meaning in fisting. You know, and I was like, oh, so you can put things up your butt. You know, of course, I've seen people put dildos and beads. I did butt beads once, maybe twice, maybe a couple of times. Of course, we all did dildos. And if you haven't put a dildo in your ass or a vibrator, then you got to. You're missing the stimulation. It's so good. It's literally heaven. It's, you know what? I'll tell you. It's actually better when you got a man that you are sexually attracted to inserting a dildo in you. That can be arousing. It's like going to heaven. I'm not really a dildo person because I have to have the real thing. But I can if I'm with someone who I am sexually aroused by. And I mean really. And it's a total package. In my eye, you have to be the total package because I can't get sexually aroused in that freaky form with anybody. They have to, I don't know. They have to have a whole look. They have to have a whole package. Like the 3 men that I actually find very attractive. I can see me doing it with them. Not at the same time, but you know, in my head, in my fantasy head. And I know, and this is when it gets to really, really, when I really hate myself. Those 3 men are also masculine. I know. I know, like that's when it works for me. But if you can't carry that torch or that, it's like, no, you can't. I can't. No, I know. That's so bad. That is so bad to be gay and to be caught up in this feminine and masculine. Like, femininity is great. And I think it looks great on pretty men. I know this is how shallow I am. I think femininity is beautiful on beautiful men, on men, pretty boys. And I know that's so. Actually, that's what I thought growing up. But all the boys that were pretty, that was feminine, I was like, oh, that's pretty. That works for them. And the guys that I saw that unattractive and ugly, it would be like, why? That doesn't work for you. It makes you look more unattractive. And it's so shallow. Yeah, I'm like, if the guy, when I say pretty, but you know what I mean, those pretty guys that don't need to wear any makeup to enhance themselves. They could be white, black, Asian, whatever, but they're pretty. They almost look like girls, but they're not girls, and they don't want to be women. They're just femme guys, but they're pretty boys. Then femininity to me looks good on them, because they have the phase. They usually have the, either they're petite or, nicely built or whatever, but it works. It works. I don't think femininity works on bigger guys who are fat. I know. This is me being so shallow. I know. It is so wrong. Like, you have to be the certain look and you have to be pretty. Then you have to have the certain frame. You can't be too skinny. You can be butch or masculine and be feminine, but you have to be pretty. That's when it works for me. But if you're not pretty, and I'm like, it just makes you look ugly. You need to be somewhere on the masculine end. You don't have to be super masculine, but you can't be. And then there's some ugly guys who can dress up real well as men, and they can do, then, maybe you'd have a little, I know, I'm so shallow. I want to burn in hell. I know. Back to the subject of putting things up your butt. I remember the first time I did beads. At first I was a little reluctant, but then I got into it. I actually need to buy some butt beads. That seemed like that would be interesting. Yeah. I know, that's so personal, right? It's just crazy. Being that, I don't know. When people say freaky, like when guys ask me, "Are you a freak?" I'm like, what do you mean by freak? Because some stuff they think is freaky. I'm like, I don't think that's freaky. Like eating ass. I don't see that as, I think that's part of the, I don't see toes as freaky either. Especially if your man has nice toes. You have to have, and nice toes don't mean perfect. They just have to be, because not everybody has pretty even toes in a toe, but they can still be nice. Nice. They can't, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? They don't have to be perfect, but they just have to, Yeah. And to me, you can tell if someone takes care of themselves by their feet, especially men. Like I said, the feet don't have to be perfectly shaped, because not everybody has pretty shaped feet and all that. But you can still have your manicure, and even if you don't have manicures or whatever, you can still have your toenails cut and keep them lotioned and all that wonderful stuff. You can. So to me, that's part of the package, the whole package. But back to putting things in your butt. So I think I did butt beads a couple of times. I haven't did that in a while. I had some, but I don't have them anymore. Cock rings. How do people feel about cock rings? I like them. Can't wear them all the time, but I do like them. I like to see my guy in them, in nice, because I'm an underwear person. So I like underwear. I have an underwear fetish. So I have tons of underwear. Ton. Yeah, my man doesn't have to be himself. into different underwear. He could be a guy who wears boxers. That's all right with me. I'm shaved, but I don't care if my man has hair, but it depends on where the hair is. But I don't mind a hairy bud. But I don't like it on me. Plus I don't grow much hair, so I have spurts. So it looks kind of like if I had more hair it would be different, but I don't grow that much hair. So it looks annoying to have patches here and patches there, so I shave. It looks better. So, but anything works well on the right guy and how he carries it himself. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be. Everything isn't perfect. Yeah. I thought I was a size queen. But then I realized, no, not really. Not really. Every guy that I not dated but was in a friends with benefit relationship wasn't well endowed. And they were great in bed. So I think about well endowed when I'm in my fantasy mode, because I think every gay man has this fantasy about being with a guy that's hung. But you can only take so much. And I've noticed with a lot of guys who are hung like that, they don't know how to fuck. They don't know how to fuck. It's better with someone who's an 8, 8.5, 7.5. Especially if they're thick and they know how to fuck. Those are the best lovers. I have to be honest. Completely honest on that tip. Yeah. So, oh hell with I am right in the middle. I'm right in the middle. I'm just chatting. So yeah. I think in my fantasy head, you can be with a guy who's well endowed maybe once or twice. But I think I said a good 8, a good 8.5 or 9, 7.5, a good medium size or thick if they have a lot of girth. Which, yeah, it's just awesome. It is crazy. I don't care about cut or uncut. I don't have a preference to that either. No, that doesn't, cut or uncut. No preference there. What else? What else do I have? I do like someone a little bit more aggressive than I am in the bed, and a little bit more freakier than I am, because I'm a little reserved. So I need someone that I feel comfortable with following. Of course, I'm not going to do anything that's crazy, but someone that I feel comfortable, that's a leader. I need my man to be a leader in the bed. Aggressive. Which is great. Because I'm a romantic. So I would like to have a partner who can match mine. Because I am. I like to do flowers and dinners and dates and make plans. That's my personality. Yeah. Back to putting things up your butt. Okay, what is going on with my TV? It's doing its own thing. It's like I don't understand. Like, it is absolutely crazy. The first guy that I actually had sex with, I was 16. He was Filipino. It was at the party, a beach party. It was at the beach party. And